How is it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now today what we're going to be doing is a video on the Civic of the things I don't like. Now I was going to sort of do one where I like things I don't like compared to the Astra, but the Civic's a completely different car. I can't really compare the Astra to the Civic. The Corsa I could, but the Astra I can't, because obviously it's a completely different kettle of fish, this car is. So, but obviously I've had the car about what, 5 weeks now, and I've sort of got to know the car. Little niggles I don't really like about it, so I thought there's going to be 5 things, and in all fairness it was a hard things to think of, because there's not really that much I don't like about the car in all fairness. But I thought I'd do a video of the things I don't really like that sort of annoy me, and I think it's a bit, I'm nitpicking basically. But yeah, I'm not going to go for the power one, like the difference in power, because I knew it was going to be slow when I got it, so that's not really a surprise to me. But yeah, so we'll go through the 5 things I don't like about the Civic. If you guys own a Civic yourself, any of my new subscribers, let me know if you agree with these things as well. So let's get started. Right then, okay, the first thing, again, it's nitpicky, are the keys. Now, obviously, most cars today, most modern cars, you've got the key, the button to unlock and lock the cars all on the one key. Now with this, look, you got obviously the key for the cut lock for the ignition, and you got a fob as well. It's like very much old school. Like, it's just like I said, I'm nitpicking, but it just seems a bit stupid, having to carry 2 lots of these on your key fob sort of thing. It's just like, I don't see the point. Like, why can't there must be some way you can have a key cut or something, so you got the button on that as well. It just makes life easier. I just think having have a fob and then put the key in it's just, I just think that's something that I don't really like about it. It's just one of the little nitpicky things that annoy me. I mean, it's very old school, don't get me wrong, but that's something I don't like about this car. It's just the keys, basically, the fob. Silly, I know, but it's something that annoys me. Right then, the next one is the turning circle. Now, the turning circle of this, it is awful, absolutely awful. I mean, look, that is the car on full lock, pretty much. Pull it a little bit so I can I can't hold the wheel down fully, but that is your full lock. How that is terrible, absolutely terrible. Like trying to go in a turning circle, like that's your full lock there. It's so bad. I'll show you how bad it is. Right then, what I'm going to do, as you can see, this is quite a large area. I'm going to try and see how far I can get. I should be able to do a full lock, but I don't know if you guys can really see how much area there is. And I'll show you what it's like to how much the turning circle of the car is. Well then, guys, I'm going to try and go for full lock. Pretty close. That's the turning circle. Bad, isn't it? So as you can see, it's pretty much the whole, basically the whole of that. So where I am now, and it brought me around here, that's the turning circle. Bad, isn't it? Right then, the next one is something I've only recently discovered about the car. I thought something was wrong at first, or I'd done something wrong. I don't know if we've had that really heavy rain, the really bad thunderstorms. So the rain was bad, and it's obviously the first time I've driven the car in the rain. Now, when you drive these cars in the rain, because they have no exhaust tunnel, you get something called, from what I've read into it, something called exhaust kettling. So basically, obviously the water soaks the exhaust and causes steam to come off the pipe in the centre, and the exhaust just does that. It hits the body so bad. Honestly, guys, it sounds horrific. It knocks really bad when the exhaust is getting soaked, going through like a lot of water. I thought the exhaust had fallen off at first, or a hanger had snapped or something. But when I looked online and I've done a bit of research, it's a common problem with these. You can sort of make it better. You put some Powerflex exhaust hangers on and put some engine mounts on. And as far as I believe, that helps it a lot. But at the minute, so every time it rains, the exhaust just bangs the body so bad. It's like people have it with stock exhausts. I just think it's terrible. You're trying to donk 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 donk. Oh god, it makes a proper. I honestly thought my exhaust was falling off. I really did. But looking into it, it's because of the rain. For some reason, maybe someone could explain it better why it does this. But as far as it's something called exhaust kettling, obviously the steam, something to do with the steam and the pipe, and I don't know. But it does that. So every time it rains heavy, the exhaust hits the body of the car. So yeah, that's something that I've recently found annoys the hell out of me. I'll see something like this. I'll put some uprated hangers and stuff on it. Hopefully I can sort of address it. But at the minute, I mean, it's quite lucky at the minute. The weather's all right, so I haven't got much of a problem in the minute. But when we do have heavy rain in the winter, I need to get it sorted before then, because I can't be putting up with that all the time. So yeah, that's another thing I don't like. Right then, the next one, I sort of knew this anyway before I got the car, is how expensive they are to tune. Now, not so much get power out of, just to tune. Now with these, if you're not aware, obviously you can't map the stock ECU, so you have to go standalone. Whether it's something like, I don't know, K-Pro or something along those lines, or Haltech. Yeah, so you're looking at about 800 to 900 quid before you've even started with the price of mapping and stuff like that. So that's sort of, I don't like that no one is yet to have been able to crack the stock ECU on these after all this time. So it just forces you have to go standalone, which I suppose in a way it's good, because when you go standalone, you've got more options, there's more features and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just expensive to get the first initial map sort of thing. But I suppose once that's done, it's just the price of a normal car, having it mapped and stuff like that. Obviously I'm going to be going down, I'm going to have to go down that road anyway, but yeah, for the plans I have for it. But yeah, it's just like one of the things I don't like, that you have to like buy the ECU first and get it mapped. It's a sort of something I've never had to do with a car previously. Every car I've ever had, there's always been a tuner out there who can map the stock ECU. But obviously it's not optional on these. It's one of the things. It's an expensive car to tune or to remap, if you like. So yeah, that's something I don't like about it. Right then, the next one is basically the lack of comfort. I mean, the seats are okay, but they are very, very, like, they're very hard seats. And it's a lack of comfort, the creature comforts. There's obviously no cruise control. These cars are very, very basic. You hear everything. You hear every last rattle, knock, anything. There's no sound in them at all, which I suppose is because that's why they're so lightweight. There's nothing to them. But yeah, it's just they're Japanese cars. They're very Japanese. It's something I've had to sort of get used to going from the VXRs, because the VXRs are sort of like really like well-made interiors, if you like. You know, they're very comfortable. They're very well built inside. Wherever these are, the model of car, it is an old car. I think the ep3 shake hammer is it 2001. So I suppose it's a very old car, which, you know, it's just something I've had to like get used to having an older car again. If you guys have ever gone from a modern car to an old car, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's just the lack of comfort, the lack of creature comforts and stuff like that. There's no traction control, there's no ABS, there's none of that. It's just basic a raw car, which I know part of me likes it because of that, but a part of me doesn't, because when you just want to cruise along, you can hear all the rattles, all the knocks, and all the road noise. It's just a very like basic car. They're very thin, so you hear basically everything. But yeah, that's something that, again, I'm just nitpicking, guys. Like I said, I struggle to find things I don't really like about the car. But yeah, that's sort of like another one for the list. So there you have it, guys. That is the 5 things I don't like about the ep3. Like I said, I did struggle to think of something, because there's not many things I don't like about it. But you know, the grand scheme of things, I don't think that's too bad. I am still really enjoying the car. I'm getting it to where I want it to be. I've got a lot of plans for this car, a hell of a lot of plans, but obviously it's not cheap for stuff I'm going to be doing. But I'm doing something to the car next week. You should see it for next week. But yeah, it's a visual mod for it again, but I'm trying to save to try and get some real serious work to be put into it, but that'll just come with time, unfortunately. You know, I haven't got loads of money just to pull out and just throw like 10 grand at it, unfortunately. I wish I did, but yeah. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button, it helps the channel out massively. Drop a comment down below, and I'll see you on the next one.